ever food review. Best ever food review show. And he's in Africa trying out some new stuff. And let's see how well he do with this one, baby, because on this one he said he trying not to vomit. So we gonna check this out and see how well you do it. I can't handle the truth, but let's watch and see.
Across from me, Tobiko, the village chief. Next to him, Adam, our expedition leader.
We're here, we're in your village. We're about to have some breakfast together. So we have these vessels for food, although they're empty, and I believe the food is currently residing in that gourd.
So we're gonna have loshoro.
All right, it gives it a little bit of a mix.
You want to mix the corn and the milk.
Corn and sour milk. This is what many Maasai in this area eat for breakfast.
It looks like yogurt.
And your protein.
It's got protein. I heard the word protein.
The corn kernels are separated from the cob before boiling.
Now, the corn part of this makes me really curious because I've hung out with the Maasai people in Kenya, and traditionally it's told that the Maasai people are nomads and they eat three things: blood, milk, and meat. And so I'm wondering, was corn introduced later on?
So when he was young, that's when he get introduced to the corn.
In a clay pot, add corn, sour cow milk, and mix.
Does this come from your cows?
Yes, they come from these cows.
That mixture goes into a calabash containing ash. According to them, the ash makes the food taste a whole lot better.
So they keep it in the gourd. I guess it can stay fresh in there a long time?
You can stay there for a month.
A month? Oh, that's awesome. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, that's really interesting. It's so rich, calorie dense. This whole thing is probably 800 calories.
Sana, natamani sana.
It's a lot of vitamins.
So it tastes like a very liquidy yogurt. And then the corn reminds me of corn I've had in Mexico, where it's kind of rubbery, starchy, certainly not sweet at all, but sorry, still chewing. It's so rich. It adds some starch, it adds some texture, and even more calories to the dish. So you're not just getting milk. How often do you eat something like this?
3 times a day.
Oh, wow. The corn in Africa is very interesting to me. In most ways, it's good because it's offered this very affordable means for people to get calories efficiently and inexpensively. But it has disrupted the traditional diets of many, many tribes all over the continent. When I go hang out with the Himba people, they also are suddenly eating corn flour. And when I hang out here, I see also you've incorporated corn largely into your diet. So if money was no object, if you had to choose just to do the traditional style, milk, blood, meat, would he prefer that over corn?
Napenda nile vyote kwa sababu mahindi na maziwa na
Look at that white man.
If you drink only milk, you feel hungry first. So when you compare it to a corn, you stay for a long time. So even if we have a lot of cows, a lot of animals, he will still prefer to have the corn.
First of all, the breakfast, wonderful, thank you. We've come here today to experience eating some sheep, the Maasai way. There's something that is going to appear controversial to the people who watch what follows, and that is the way the sheep is dispatched. By way of strangulation, I guess you could say, cutting off its airway.
Tradition has it that when sacrificing an animal, the men will walk it outside the village to slaughter and cook. Later, bringing back dedicated cuts for the women.
You know, out here, you probably just have the two options, strangulation or slicing the throat. Do you think one of those is more humane or?
Suffocating is much better for the animal because they die fast.
You think that, like, withholding air is actually going to be faster than waiting for it to bleed out?
Yeah.
Suffocating is faster, but also the animal do not suffer from cut.
I never thought about it that way.
I've always opted to document the way cultures around the world slaughter animals because these actions tell their own story. Here in this village, they cut off the goat's airways until the animal suffocates and dies. They do this to keep the soon-to-be-eaten blood inside the animal.
They've just skinned the entire animal. The blood, since it's not been released, it's completely pooled within the animal. And if my last experience with the Maasai in Kenya is any indicator, I think I know what's gonna come next. They're slaughtering it in a way I've never seen before, because I mean, almost always you see people skin it and then gut it, but they're kind of working around all the organs. The other side of the ribs, there is a pool of blood remaining. Oh boy. Oh, wow. He just never get used to it. Oh, he slurped it up like it was Jell-O. All right, hold on, save some for the rest of us. Oh my God, okay, let's go for it. You gotta be quick here. Oh God, it's still, you can feel the warmth of the animal. Just like that, huh? Damn it. No, I got it.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
It's salty. It's irony. It tastes like raw blood. My instinct is
Like
to
a
kick it back
vampire.
and to puke it up. I will not let that happen. Oh, yep. Okay. It's all PTSD. Now they've taken the kidney here. They've cut the kidney in half. He puts that in my hand. Okay.
I had no
Fantastic.
choice.
Okay. Piece of raw kidney.
He tried not to throw up. I wouldn't have no choice. A kidney, raw kidney.
Yeah, you eat that. You know what? The breakfast was actually pretty nice. This guy, he is taking it down like a champion, like a warrior. I can't do it. I want a Pop-Tart. I want a toaster strudel. I want pretty much anything but this right now. I'm not sure why just some people get the blood and others don't, but
I probably nothing for a minute.
man,
No food,
that
no
guy's a
nothing.
blood fiend. Huge fan. So now, I believe they're gonna finish taking it apart, portioning the animal out. The way they portion it is very important in this tribe and in this village because each piece is for a different person, dependent on their sex, whether they're pregnant, dependent on their age. So, while that's happening, I'm gonna go clean up. So, the meat has been roasting now for about 30 minutes. They're taking it off, everything's ready. Let me point out this right here. From this side, you might not be able to tell what it is. That's the head. So the head, they charred it, they scraped off all the hair, and then now the whole skull was split in half. So you can even see the tongue in the very center. I can't believe the accuracy with which they've been able to split it open carefully and roast the whole thing all the way through.
Oh my God! Wow!
Boom, okay, here we go, please. It looks like we're gonna be trying out one piece at a time. Right here is either the front or back leg, and everything's shared in a very communal style. It's like Brazilian barbecue.
Tamu sana.
Oh, thank you.
Looks like some.
Super juicy,
Barbecue
very
chicken.
delicious. You must understand, no seasonings, nothing has been added. It's also one of the fastest preparations I've ever seen in my life. From the dispatching of the goat until eating right now is probably an hour or less. Super quick and efficient. It makes sense because back in the day, if you were eating this constantly for your main source of protein or your main source of calories, period, you would have to be able to do it quickly. Some of these pieces are a bit more medium, not cooked all the way through. Something tells me they don't mind that. Good? Tamu. Yeah, tamu. There's gonna be nothing left of this animal when we're done. In just a matter of minutes, this whole leg is just gone. Now, this is something I've never tried with the Maasai. I've tried the head. Oh, thank you. That is the lower jaw. Not a lot of meat, but right back here, I just saw the chief. Super tender, super delicious. All right, so he's smacking the jaw right now. What? I didn't even know this cut
Like
of
a
meat
worm.
existed, please. He just cracked open the jaw and out comes whatever that is. Oh, it looks like a noodle. It's good. Tamu.
Tamu.
This is part of the efficiency I'm talking about. They can't waste anything. I mean, why would they want to? Cutting off the tongue. This has to be one of the most prized bites of the entire sheep. Oh, is this for me? What? Big, fatty, beautiful. I'm gonna try to just take one slice. I feel bad, I wanna share it. I'm gonna keep this one. Here. Please. Yeah, good. I think I did the right move. Everyone's sharing it. They're loving it. Take a look at this. You can see the fat from the base of the tongue. Inside the tongue, it is juicy, really meaty, and then there's kind of like the bark that's built up from roasting over the fire here. So delicious.
Well, y'all, I tell you what, I'm trying to figure out how he don't go to all these different countries, eating all these different things that we're not used to, and he don't get sick. Or does he have to go, I'm sure before he go to a lot of countries, he had to get a bunch of shots. But still, they don't do nothing about their stomach, baby. I wonder how many parasites that he has to get out of his stomach and all that, because we just ain't used to that type of stuff over here. Or maybe he used to it because he goes from country to country to country trying all these different new, and I don't know. But I know he be sitting on the toilet a lot of time, probably coming up both ends, out the mouth, out the butt. Oh my God, yeah. But it's interesting, and knowing what other people, how they live and how they eat and all that good stuff. So you guys, put in the comments, tell me what you think, And you guys make sure you comment, like, subscribe, ring that bell for more content. Y'all stay blessed.